Hello everyone, welcome back to another game of Elemental, War of Magic. This is still part of Beta 2A, and I've recently received a request from someone that would like to see how we go about designing units. And I realized I actually am quite remiss. I have not actually shown that. I have done that, mind you, in some cases. But, so I'm going to go ahead and throw one together for you guys to watch. Alright. What we're going to do is we should have some decent technologies now, some new technology. So we're going to build a heavy soldier. That's just training him, so we're going to get rid of that. We want to actually design a unit. Now again, these are all limited options that we currently have available because it's a beta. But let's see what it takes and what it's going to cost us to make one of these characters. Alright, first off, let's start with a new one. Alright, we have a basic form, and I'm already seeing some graphical glitching, the coloration here. It's kind of washed out. That's one of the unfortunate side effects sometimes of betas. You get that. But ignore that. We're going to continue on. We want to imagine we're setting up a pretty powerful soldier. But we also got to take into account our resources. We only have limited amount of metal, so it's going to limit our overall functions for what we can and can't do. So we can easily go ahead and make an oak spear soldier, but let's go ahead and just short sword. Give him a short sword, decent attack. It's got a good combat speed, and it's a little costly, but it's okay. And now we come to different armors. Now, if we had like unlimited options, or if we were doing a very powerful late game option, we could actually build some really powerful units. Throw on some heavy plate mail armor for the helmet, some heavy plate for the breastplate itself, and, well, we see these are still leather, and we know we love these soldiers' cloaks because they give us bonuses to attack and defense. Let's see, 4 for 16, well, attribute 4 defense, -2 to our combat speed, cost 16 gold and 3 metal. Now, there is the other option. Go a little bit cheaper and go ahead and grab a metal shield. Functionally it's cheaper and it takes less here. So, let's see what else. We still need to finish leg slots. We have these leather greaves, and we have the option for heavy plate greaves, and light, and standard. But if we're making a heavy soldier, we might as well go all out. Now, that's his basic equipment. We could add a couple of these little packages to his offerings. But for now, we'll just stick with what we have. As far as gear and apparel, we can change his apparel, but it does change the function of the gear that's associated with it. So, in some cases, we're limited with what we can change. You know, you can start off beforehand, maybe, changing certain aspects. Which is, you know, it's normal. It's not crazy. A surcoat should easily fit over the outer portion of your armor, so you can actually go ahead and throw a heavy suit of armor on. Nope, apparently not. It's all part of the thing. This is the fun part you get to learn. But now we've just designed a heavy soldier. He's got a really weak attack, though, just because of what we've got in the game. We're limited right now. So in the meantime, seeing that we're a little limited, we might as well just go ahead and upgrade his sword to something a little bit more powerful. My guess, we'll just go with a bastard sword for now. Increase his attack. Check that cloak. It says we're supposed to be getting +1 to attack and defense. Turn it off. Well, yes we are. For now. Beyond that, that is a soldier, so we will save him. And we will call him the King's Ward. That's pretty powerful. It fits. As a King's Ward, he's very defiant and pious, maybe. Stands all in the right pose that you want. You get to choose his pose, as we've seen for the sovereign himself. Maybe he just sits with his sword over his shoulder, staring off at the sky. He's just a little, he's having a good day. He kind of looks a little dopey there, but maybe he's a guy who has clipping issues with his sword and shield. Beyond that, I think we'll just go ahead and go back to one of the earlier poses. Sword over the shoulder, staring off into space as a heavy defender outside, protecting a river. And we shall call him Heavy Fighter. Now, in our list of characters we have available, we have, with this background picture, we have a Light Lancer. This is what he would look like with this snapshot. 5 hit points on this one. If we had the right materials, we'd be able to actually build him. Unfortunately, you notice something here? It says we're short 27 metal. It's because we don't have any metal coming in. Remember, this was a map that did not really let us add that. So, add that by meaning finding the metal. There was some rare metal that was found. Look at that. Even though this game looks beautiful, and it's still just not even turned on. This stuff's all turned off basically right now. But here is the lone mine in this town. In this whole entire region, I was able to find, in this great map, a single town afterwards. So, for those of you who are interested in seeing what it looks like when you finish off a game, we're gonna move up here and zoom a little in, make sure everything's looking good. Actually, since I've got you here, let's just check our graphics, make sure yeah, we've got things turned up, shadows, high res, things like that, specular intensity. The only thing we've got turned off right now is the anti-aliasing and the advanced lighting, because those were causing us issues. So we'll go back to the game real quick and end our turn there. We get some new technology that we've studied. We will take claymores, because sure, why not? And continue that. And since, like I said, we are going to try to end this, you can see that this King Kyrus, has built together a decent-sized army. If you watch to the right, there is a character portrait shows up when you hover over it, and it tells you a little bit about the character, a snapshot. Well, so we got the King Kyrus. His upkeep, or what he brings in, is a gold. I'm not sure on that yet. Inovane, he's a good fighter. Basadea, also a pretty good soldier. An Ebon Wolf. How did I acquire that? I gave up some of my essence to make the birth of a wolf mother easier. And unfortunately, she died in the process, but she gave birth to these 2 pups who then joined my army. And here's one of the other things. In the beta, I found that it's best to have a bunch of peasants, so that way they can die for you first. That sounds horrible, but it's the whole concept of pawns. So, alright. We are going to go have a one-on-one battle with Lord Relias. Our army versus his army. His army just consists of 2 princesses and him, Lord Relias, the last sovereign. Left here besides myself. And, cleansing the land, we will see a pretty tough battle. Well, pretty tough for Altar to win, so let's go ahead and see what happens. Come out. Swing! Oh, slaughtered them. They went flying, and we won. Once we hit end turn, I believe. Meantime, we'll just pretend, continue onwards. And conquest, victory! We have won! That's right, we have won. Well, that was fun. I'll catch you in the next video. And remember, 2B is coming out later on this week, so we'll have new videos with new technologies and new things to explore and study. Alright everyone, have a great day. Bye.